Not taking away from the skills, he just was never the pay-per-view pusher guy to get the fights.
That's right. That's right.
So, not that he doesn't have the skills.
What's up, y'all? I know it's been a minute, but we are back, man. How you doing?
I'm good, brother.
Good, man.
Glad to be back. In the holidays right now.
We apologize, man. Schedule's just been hella crazy. Schedule's been hella crazy, and we both been busy. But here we are, giving you a wonderful card, that I might add. Now that I've been looking through it and doing some research on a couple of them. But of course, man, we here for Dustin.
Oh yeah, man. Dustin Poirier. See what we got.
UFC 269.
UFC 269. No guest this week, but we'll have one when we get back next time.
For sure.
We kind of did this one on the fly.
Yeah.
We couldn't miss this card.
We both happened to be in town for the holiday weekend,
Yeah.
so we had to knock this one out. So without further ado, man, we can get into the prelims, and I think it's TUIVASA kicking off against Augusto SAKAI.
All right. TUIVASA. All right. He just coming off that win over Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy said he wasn't gonna bag up. TUIVASA said he wasn't gonna bag up. We see who came out on top on that one.
We saw it, and that was just in what, September?
Yeah, just a few months ago.
July.
He turned around quick. So Augusto in the top 10. So TUIVASA trying to come up off of Augusto's losses. He coming off a 2-fight losing streak. And who he lost to? Let's go to.
Let's see.
Okay.
It was
Rosenstruck. Okay,
Yeah.
He had a main event spot with Rosenstruck, with Jorginho Rosenstruck. Didn't come out on top on that one. So he had a few opportunities with Alistair Overeem. Obviously, Overeem went through him. So I feel like Tatu is going to try to capitalize.
If he can capitalize off the momentum, which I think that would be very beneficial to him.
Yeah, he'll break into the top 10 and he'll be able to move forward. But not an easy task, tough task. This dude tough, got power in his hands, move forward. So they kind of got similar styles, but Augusto's a little bigger than TUIVASA, but all of his opponents are bigger than him. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that turn out. Who you going with, man? I'm going with TUIVASA.
I think I'm gonna go with Bam Bam, man. It's something about I like his charisma and how he comes to the octagon and everything like that, man. And like you said, he got knockout power. So I think I'm gonna go with both hands. So I think I'm gonna go with TUIVASA on that one.
All right.
I think I'm gonna go with TUIVASA. Moving on, we got Eryk Anders versus Andre MUNIZ. So I think this is also a great fight. What you think?
Yeah, Eryk Anders, he just coming off those wins over Darren Stewart.
Yeah.
He had the illegal knee, then had to come back do it again. He get the win, a close win at that. Had a couple fouls in that fight. Eryk Anders, who he fighting again? Oh, MUNIZ, yeah. MUNIZ coming off the win over Jacare with a bad arm break. This dude got slick jiu-jitsu. And Eryk Anders known for his grappling, but I don't know if it's quite on the level as this guy. So I like Anders, but I feel like MUNIZ got the edge over him. But it's not that he can't get it done though.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's tough. It's tough for me not to go with MUNIZ because of how he finished Jacare in that level of competition, and before that.
Okay, Arroyo, they come off the Antonio Arroyo, they both come off the Contender Series. So when they clashed off, he buzzing through these 185 dudes, and Eryk Anders fought at 205, so they both big dudes.
I think I'm gonna go with MUNIZ.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him, man. He got a lot of fights, 21-4. He's been saying he's one of the better grapplers in the division, and obviously he got my attention now after the last few fights he had. So I'm not gonna skip over him. I'm picking him if I'm betting money.
I'm gonna go with MUNIZ. And you know what we need to start doing?
We need to start doing that.
We need to start tallying up our wins.
Okay.
But we also, I've been in the bets too.
Yeah.
I'm like the past 3 pay-per-view fights. I've been terrible. I've been like 1 or 2 fights away from winning, but we do need to start doing that.
Yeah, like a little section was like, I tell you where I would bet money and who I want to win and who I would bet money on.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
That way I won't be choosing to fight for you. You can just hear my options and why.
And we also need to start tallying up our picks too throughout the year.
Oh yeah,
so we need to incorporate that too.
I know one card we did good, not too just recently.
Yeah. Next fight that we're gonna talk about is Josh Emmett versus Dan Ige.
Josh Emmett, Dan Ige, bangers. Both dudes don't like to bag up. Dan Ige a little bit behind Josh Emmett in the rankings. So in my opinion, I think Emmett just want to stay busy. Probably the people in front of him are too busy to book with him.
Yeah.
So he fighting a couple slots. Somebody who's not in the top 10. He's number 9. He's like Dan Ige like number 11.
Yeah, he's on. Josh Emmett's on a 3-fight win streak.
Yeah, 3-fight win streak. Beat some tough dudes. Beat Shane Burgos. So, this is a tough fight for Ige, and not saying Ige can't win, but I'm gonna pick Josh Emmett because he's so big and he's so strong with that with his counter striking, and he putting people flat out.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Josh Emmett.
Let's go.
I'm gonna have to roll with Josh Emmett. He is a great fighter, and hopefully, like you said, I think this is more so him just trying to stay active rather than sitting and waiting.
Right.
Which, I mean, that's a tough situation to be in. Who am I to tell you not to sit and wait when you earn the rights? But at the same time, if you're trying to stay active, for instance, Leon Edwards.
Right.
What do you do with Leon Edwards in this situation now that he's in? Because Masvidal dropped out of, I think it was supposed to be this card.
Right. He just fight for the belt next.
Yeah.
I'm Leon Edwards. I just fight for the belt next. Who's still in that top 5? That he hadn't fought.
Kobe.
Okay.
Kobe
just fought though.
Kobe just fought, right? So, and honestly, I think Masvidal may end up fighting Kobe.
Yeah, he's gonna have to because Usman not hurt at all, and Leon, the next available healthy guy. And he can fight Luke and all of that stuff though, but Luke is behind him.
He can fight Sente Luke.
Yeah, he's behind him though. So he got to fight for the belt next.
And then I don't think he's top 5 yet, but of course the hype train of Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight him neither.
No,
I think he was just trying to fight just to stay busy, just like Emmett trying to do.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that pans out too. But if I was him, like I said, if I was Leon Edwards, I would just hold out until it's time to fight Kamaru. Moving on, we have Pedro Munhoz versus DOMINICK CRUZ.
Excuse me. Pedro Munhoz, DOMINICK CRUZ. Munhoz walks forward. DOMINICK CRUZ, real agile, got real slick head movement.
It's the movement.
So.
And Pedro just lost to Jose.
Yeah, Pedro just lost to Jose Aldo, but Jose Aldo is a champion.
Yeah.
I think Pedro is gonna have to try to keep up with Dominic. Now Dominic is behind him in the rankings, but I think this Dominic just taking this momentum to move forward up the rankings now.
We definitely know what Dom is capable of, and like we just said, his only losses has been to champions. Cejudo and Cody Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt, Cejudo. All champion losses. I think he just wanted to step back and try to gain some momentum before. But the division fresh now. I got a lot of new faces for Dominic to fight up the rank.
It's one of the, besides, I still think, lightweight is still exciting, but after that, man, I would say bantamweight is a tough division to be in right now with all those hitters in there. With TJ, Dom, Corey Sandhagen, Peter Yan.
I don't know, man. I think all the divisions is a good time to be in right now.
Yeah, oh, for sure. It's because I think it's
I don't know what
it's
it is.
Fresh, like you said, it's fresh and a lot of contenders, and you see a lot of variables that's coming into play of who can do what.
Right. So, okay. Yeah. Like the belt changing hands. Often people retire, so it's open. It's open again in a lot of these divisions.
Yeah, man. It's hard for me to not go with Dom. So I'm gonna go with Dom in that fight. And I mentioned before we started, it's weird to see Dom on like a prelim card.
Right. Or he fought on the prelims when he went with Casey Kennedy. Like,
Yeah, weird.
He spoke about it and he was like, he actually liked not having to do so much media and just having to focus on the fight. And more people see him on the prelims for free and know who he is to this new generation. So
yeah,
I think he enjoying the prelims. So he said.
Yeah, I mean it'll be good to see Dom back in there and just watch him do his thing. That's gonna be a good fight though. Moving on, we have Ryan Hall and Darrick Minner. Who you got and why?
Ryan Hall, Darrick Minner. So Darrick Minner, he's a grinder, come out real fast. He fought Darren Elkins last, and he put it on Darrick. On Elkins, and Elkins did exactly what he normally do. He came back at the end, come back at the win when his opponent was exhausted. So
yeah.
Other than that though, he was looking good in that fight. And Ryan Hall, coming off a loss. This actually Ryan Hall fighting back quicker than he has fought in the last few years. So he eager to get that win back. So I'm interested to see how this gonna play out though. So I'm gonna go with Ryan Hall myself though, because we haven't seen the history of him not coming back and winning. So this is our first time seeing him coming off a loss. We're gonna see how he retaliates to that.
And now looking back at it, his last talk about Ryan Hall, his last win was against Darren Elkins in 2019.
Right.
And then ran into some issues with canceled fights and stuff like that. Dan Ige, Ricardo Lamas, but yeah, I'll go with Ryan Hall too. I'm with you on that.
Let's do it.
I'll go with Ryan Hall.
But Minner is the better, well-rounded fighter though. I will say that. Just as me being a fan, and I'm picking Ryan Hall.
Yeah.
But this dude can definitely win this fight. He's a better fighter than Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall is a specialist, and he's a better, well-rounded fighter than Ryan is. But if Ryan gets you, he gets you. He live and die by the foot lock.
Right. Moving on, and right after that, in the prelims, Dustin ain't the only one from Louisiana fighting on this card.
Oh yeah, got Matt Schnell fighting again.
Matt Schnell fighting against Alex Perez.
Matt making a quick turnaround, coming off a loss. Now, he fighting Alex Perez in the top 5. Now he coming off a loss. He probably taking this on a short fight notice. But I think he can get it done if he comes sharp and prepared. And I think it's a good opportunity for him. He thinks he should be in the top 5, and this is his opportunity to get in there. So if he feel like he can, this is definitely the time to get him out of here and take that spot.
And it looks like they tried setting up this fight
once before,
twice before. One time in May, and then the other time in September.
Okay, then, so it's not a last minute thing.
Yeah. So it looks like they've been trying to have this fight in the works for a long time. Alex Perez.
I don't know. Alex Perez coming off the Davidson Figueiredo loss.
Yeah, and I mean, what can you do, right?
He tough dude. Let's see who we got. Beat Jussier Formiga.
Jordan Espinoza.
Beat Jordan Espinoza. Scroll down. Okay, he got a few wins. Lost to Joy Benavidez.
Well, I think now that we know that they tried setting this fight before, I think
Alex Perez does have a lot of fights though. Not that that really means a whole lot.
Yeah.
But he does have a lot of experience. But I'm going Matt Schnell anyway, just because he's from Louisiana.
That, and I think with this not being a last minute fight, there's been some preparation in place.
Right.
So I think Matt Schnell can get it done.
Matt Schnell has sharp hands, good foot movement, good head movement. So I think I always thought he was ready for top 10, top 5 fights anyway. So I think he can compete with these guys, and I think I'm gonna lean towards him to pull it off.
Now we entering the main card. We got Geoff Neal versus Santiago Ponzinibbio.
Ponzinibbio been off for a few years, just coming off a win over, who was that win over? Oh yeah, Contender Series guy. So Miguel Baeza. So he coming off a close win over Miguel Baeza. This dude was up and coming, trying to break into the top 10. Ponzinibbio come back from the injuries, pull off the close win. Now he's moving forward, fighting Geoff Neal. Geoff Neal, top 10. He had his opportunities against Wonder Boy and was it Wonder Boy and Neil Magnet.
Yeah.
He ended up coming up a little short, so I feel like Ponzinibbio gonna get it done. He's a little smaller than Ponzinibbio also. Ponzinibbio bigger than Geoff Neal, but Neal is strong, but he's a little shorter and smaller, and I think Ponzinibbio trying to ride that momentum and get back in top 5 before he left.
Yeah, he's in 2. Geoff Neal is in a 2-fight losing streak, but I mean he does have some good wins under his belt before that. Think about where Bilal is now.
Right.
Got wins over Nico Price and Mike Perry, so.
Them guys were like, that's below the top 10 though. So now,
Yeah.
once he had these big main event top 10 opportunities, he hasn't been. I'm not soldier hating on him, but
Yeah, I know.
he hasn't been able to turn the corner. So Ponzinibbio never left out of the spotlight besides being injured. So he gonna take the momentum off that one win. I think he gonna slide and beat it.
I'm gonna go with Ponzinibbio as well.
Let's do it.
After that, we got Sugar Sean O'Malley versus
Sugar
RAULIAN PAIVA.
Alright.
So I guess we can start with Sugar Sean O'Malley. He's coming off that fight against Chris Montino, and that was a short notice fight. But he still looked crisp, man.
He looked real good in that fight. But also, levels to the game.
Yeah,
Sean O'Malley got multiple fights in the UFC. Other guy doesn't. Come out from outside the organization. Now, the guy, who's fighting again?
PAIVA.
Okay, PAIVA. PAIVA, also same situation, haven't fought anybody in the top 15, top 10, but he is coming off a win streak.
And you said experience. He has
and he has twice the experience as Sean O'Malley. So, even though he got twice the experience. So even though this guy haven't fought anybody in the top 15 in the UFC, he still has a lot of experience, twice as Sean. So I guess that's like putting him in there with a real guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can understand it. I get that fight. I'm not gonna say he's not fighting nobody. He's definitely fighting somebody. This guy just haven't fought nobody in the top 15 competition. But it's definitely a real guy. 21-3. You can't fake 21 wins. So.
Who are you taking in this fight?
I'm taking the Sugar Show because he has the momentum on his side. He got the lights on his side. And who knows how this guy is going to react on his main card stage for the first time. And Sean O'Malley has been there before.
Well, for selfish reasons, I'm taking Sean O'Malley because I just want to see him continue to elevate so we can I want to see him fight those guys that we've been talking about in the bantamweight division.
Right.
You know what I mean? For selfish reasons, I want to see that level of competition, so I'm going to go with Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Okay.
We have, coming up next, we got Kai France and Cody Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt coming off that loss with Rob Font. Good fight, but Rob Font stayed in Cody's face, kept him on his heels, and edged him out. So Cody kind of been on a losing streak, dropped down to 125, we're going to see. But Kai France, just as tough as any of them. He number 6 in the 125 division. Go to Kai's record. Just go. Click on it. See who he fought last.
His last fight.
Let's just go up.
His last fight. Oh, Bontarine.
Okay, Bontarine. Okay, yeah, he beat Tyson Nam. He beat Bontarine. Real guys, but he haven't faced a champion like Cody Garbrandt, and Cody Garbrandt feels like he can take that spot from him. So, I think this is the last time you can really ride. You can't take being the champion from Cody Garbrandt, so you got to always have that aspect in there. So I think I'm going to ride with Cody Garbrandt, not because he's completely better than Kai France, just because he's coming from a bigger weight division.
That's what I was going to get ready to ask you. How does the power that Cody has, how does that transition over to this division?
It's only 10 pounds off, and I think Cody was always a small 135.
Okay, so you think this will be a perfect spot for him?
This is a good fight for Cody.
Okay.
Good fight for Cody.
I'm going to go with Cody Garbrandt, too. I think, I'm not going to say he needs this fight, but it's been a minute, because Cody hasn't been himself. I'll just put it like that for the past couple of fights. And I really want to see him get back to where he needs to be. Okay, co-main.
I feel like he's been himself, though. I just feel like the game catching up with him, and the game is evolving fast, and these hungry guys who finally getting a break in there catching up with him. So I don't think that I think just fighting good competition.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you just think he ran into a stretch of fighters that just kind of okay.
He can get back though. He can start now. Start now and get back.
Why not against Kai France? So he can.
If he beats Rod Font, if he wins that last fight, he's still Cody Garbrandt.
Right. So, and that was. Let me take that back because that was a decision, right? That came to a decision. So
it was a clear decision though, but it's still a decision.
Yeah. Well.
I like Cody.
We can hopefully Cody can get his stuff done.
I put my money on him, so we put money on Cody.
Hey, look, I wasn't gonna say it, but we're not gonna place my bets. I'm putting my money on Cody. All right, co-main event.
Co-main
champ. Amanda Nunes versus Julianna Peña. Champ. That's right. We both feel the same way about this. We know not to sleep on Julianna. That's for sure. So, talk to me about this fight. Break this fight down.
Julianna Peña, not more of the bigger, stronger women, but she's more technical in the ground aspect. So she used her hands to set up her takedowns, get them to the cage, and put them down, moving with forward pressure. Now, Amanda Nunes is powerful. It's going to be hard to put Amanda on the back foot. So, and her not being a bigger and stronger woman, it's going to be hard to do that. So that's going to be the fight between them. Who gets on the back foot first? And if Julianna can put Amanda Nunes on the cage and get her down, she feel like she's a better grappler than Amanda. We just going to have to see who the better grappler is.
And I just want to point out, her most recent losses came to the Bullet.
All champions.
And Jermaine Durandame. So it's been champions that she's lost to. And she's coming off that W against Sarah McMahon.
Yeah, Sarah McMahon's a pioneer. On those losses, like I said, if I'm looking at the record, she's coming off a loss to Valentina Shevchenko, Jermaine Durandame, and now she's going against Nunes. So the pattern don't look good for Julianna. Like all the cards don't look good for Julianna.
Yeah.
Peña to pull it off.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't sleep on Julianna Peña. So like if I was gonna bet money, I'll bet money on Julianna, but I know, my mind knows that Amanda Nunes is a better complete fighter than Julianna is.
Yeah, it's tough to go against the champ, man. I mean, we just looking at the list of people that she's beaten at this point in both divisions.
Too much momentum on her side, too much power on her side right now. If she stops it, it'll definitely be an upset for their money.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta roll with the Lions, man. I gotta roll with Amanda Nunes, just because it's Amanda Nunes.
Right.
Not sleeping on Julianna though. Not sleeping on Julianna. And of course,
main event time.
Main event. We already know who we picking, but Charles Oliveira, and it's sort of the same situation that Julianna is in, right? I think Dustin is the better fighter. Not Louisiana bias aside. I think Dustin is the better fighter.
We taking us being from here away from him.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about their skills, what they're capable of.
I think Dustin is the better fighter, but we cannot negate what Charles has done to get to this point.
Definitely not.
The level, I mean, he got Chandler out of the way. Granted, he was almost finished himself.
Right. Got
Chandler out of the way. Finished. He beat Tony Ferguson by
decision. That was a wild fight.
Yeah, because he almost broke his arm. What, first round?
No, I'm talking about that.
The Chandler fight. The Chandler fight. Yeah, that was wild.
I love that fight.
Yeah, that was wild too.
And I'm not a real big fan of Chandler neither, so I enjoy seeing him get clipped like that.
and then he also beat Kevin Lee. So I mean, that's you look at the win streak that he's on. You look at the level of competition and who he fought. I feel like you got to give him respect where respect is due.
Got to.
But when I say that, and you talk about competition, and you talk about who Dustin has ran through as well.
Right. The best of the best.
I mean,
he
Conor,
champion.
Dan, took the loss to Khabib, Max, Eddie, Gaethje, Pettis.
All champions.
Man, it's
all wins over champions.
All wins over champions.
So just like if I was, like I told you about the Amanda Nunes and Julianna, who they fought, Dustin Poirier has fought all the champions on the way up. He didn't skip the line.
No.
He got it the hard way.
No.
Also, Charles had fought some good people. He fought, but he just hadn't fought champions like Dustin had fought.
Mm-hmm.
Not taking away from the skills, he just was never the pay-per-view pusher guy to get the fights.
That's right. That's right.
So, not that he doesn't have the skills, you gotta respect Charles Oliveira, and he's one of my favorite fighters in the lightweight division as well. And I was excited when he was on the way up. But you're running into Dustin Poirier, man. Dude's not a gatekeeper. He never was.
Never was.
I just think the kind of fights made people notice him more. But Dustin is the same fighter he's always been.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're right.
He's not a small lightweight. Yeah, man.
And I think things get interesting if this fight goes to the ground at some point. That's where I think Charles Oliveira has a shot to make this and I mean he has good hands too.
He got good stand up though.
Yeah,
People
he got good hands too.
Sleep on Charles stand up.
I mean he got Chandler out the way.
Yeah, he got good. He does everything right. Got good kickboxing. Sometimes he does spinning and wild stuff like that, but for the majority, when he's throwing those punches, he's bringing his hands back to his face. He's doing everything correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Dustin and Charles got the same skills,
mm-hmm.
but I feel like a black belt and a black belt, even though there's levels to it, though, I feel like it cancels each other out when you grappling with each other. So just over the 5 rounds, we're gonna find out who the better fighter is.
And that was gonna be my next question. I think we've seen Dustin battle tested time and time again in these wars. Whether it's Gaethje, whether it's Dan Hooker.
Right.
So I think honestly, if this goes 5, I feel like the advantage goes to Dustin at that point.
Right.
Because he's battle tested. You know, not saying that Charles isn't, but the level of competition.
He's been shown to still have that power.
Yeah.
In the 4th and 5th round, when that's what he's been saying in his interviews, that it's gonna be hard to dodge me for 25 minutes.
Right. And man, if Dustin doesn't win by decision, I got Dustin by knockout, let's say 3rd round TKO. 3rd round TKO. I'm coming home to watch this fight.
Okay.
I'm coming home to watch this fight.
What I want the outcome to be. I don't really care how Dustin wins, but if I'm making a guess, I know nobody want to go 5 rounds and shit. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
But I want to see Dustin go like 4 rounds and like really show people that like I'm better than this guy and get the win. Yeah. Even though a finish, an early finish is also good. You want to get out of that way he'll fight again, fight right fast. But I feel like if he goes in there and he clearly beats Charles, then there won't be is there a fight 2 that needs to happen immediately?
Right.
I beat this guy.
And I mean, when you look at both of their stories, right, I think it's just amazing to see how Charles Oliveira just worked his way up the ranks, and same for Dustin, right? And like we said before, Dustin's been battle tested, lost to Khabib, came back, and what he's done since then is still impressive. And what he did before that loss was impressive too.
Right.
That's a good fight, man. It's two good martial artists.
Right.
Doing what they do best.
And man, this what fans want to see. This is what casuals and the hardcore fans want to see. Definitely hardcore fans, because these guys been around so long. And now they both at the top. Now the casual fans are going to get to see this beautiful lightweight fight.
Yeah, and Dustin, I think Dustin gets it done. So that's UFC 269, man. Great card. Once I started really looking into it from the prelims on down, I mean, TUIVASA was kicking it off, and then you have Dustin and them finishing it, man, from top to bottom. I think it's a nice card.
Yeah.
The past couple of cards have been good.
Yeah, they've been stacked.
Chandler and Gaethje. Oh man, it's been great. And then this is the last pay-per-view fight of the year.
Right.
Yeah, of the year. Or the last pay-per-view card of the year.
It normally be like Max Holloway or something, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He just recently fought, so it's gonna be good.
Since, I know we didn't talk about this, since this is the last card of the year, do you have, right off the bat, a fight of the year thus far? Or
I have to look at a list.
Okay, because right now I can go to the recent, so that's probably why they're still in my head. They're pretty recent, but Chandler and Gaethje, and Max and Yair was pretty good fight.
This is recent though. You got to think
what I'm
all
saying.
the good fights.
That's what I'm saying. Off the top of my head,
Yeah.
I would say those two fights are up there.
Right.
What about?
We gotta sign, not Jay. I gotta roll.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Well,
Yeah, for sure.
We'll catch y'all in January when the next card is, man. From the time being, JAYLON, Larry. We'll catch y'all later.
Subscribe, man, so we can keep on going.
For sure.
Peace.